What's going on, guys? It is Donor. Today we'll be going over a ticker symbol analysis on the ticker symbol ZOM Zomedica Corporation. Before we get to where I think the stock price might go, the technical analysis, price action trends, patterns, and more, I just want to let you know that I am bullish on the company. So with that all being to the side, let's hop right into the technical analysis. So you do see that right away we did break out of this descending wedge, which was forming for quite a while. We did break out of that wedge, and then we did see a nice, I think it was a 40% jump, 58% jump out of that descending wedge, which I did mark up in my previous video. And we actually did hit that, $1.28 mark where we found some very hard resistance that we just couldn't get above, and slowly we've just been slowly bleeding off within this channel. You see this descending support that's been holding up very nice, but the same to contrast that, the descending resistance. So we are setting lower lows and lower highs within this. As you see a set of lows right there, right, and they keep getting lower. So we are in a downtrend within this wedge right now, and it is kind of broadening out a little bit. So if we do get a push above this descending resistance level, which I do want to mark up a little bit better, just like that. If we get a push above that line, then we might see a nice push accordingly. Maybe to test that $1 level. Maybe fail a little short at that 97 cent, but nonetheless, there is a lot of potential there. But that $1 level is very psychological. If we do meet that and we break above it, then you might see a push accordingly. As you know, when you just look in the past, this yellow line that I'm going to mark up is that $1 level that if we do get above it, we get a nice push. Alright, we get a nice push, or if we go below it, we get just a slow bleed off. So if we can get above this resistance level, then potentially we could go and test that. And right now, it does look like we're trying to make a little bit of a fight, as if we do set a low right here, then in the grand scheme of things, we would be setting higher lows, right? If we can continue this and then create a higher high, as the previous high is at this 91 cent level. So it definitely is fighting a little bit, as you just see it slowly bleeding. But now it's coming down to that support level where it does like the bounce in the past. If I just zoom out, you see around here, we're at this blue box right here. So if we can get some support there and continue to set higher lows, then the trend might be over, as the short sellers, they just made a whole ton of money after you saw this very insane run up off this wedge, right? They definitely were very quick to hop on that, as it was very apparent that right away, right around here, that we were just going to continue to bleed and bleed and bleed. And the buyers, the sellers, I should say, took advantage of that 100%, as we did have that support level that did get breached, and we did have a little descending support. So that was a little bit of a descending wedge. So definitely is a pretty clean setup for the bears right there to start shorting the stock, and it really just hasn't calmed down yet, and it's looking like it wants to. So if we can set higher lows and higher highs, then this downtrend could be over. Okay, and the volume, if we go over the daily, see, it's just been really bad. Like the volume, it hasn't been able to really find its plateau. But maybe around this level that we're at right now, maybe here's where we just get a serious consolidation phase, or hopefully at least stay above this, as I do like the company, and I hope they do well. This is one of my favorite stocks that I found back in the day around here, around 50 cents or so. It was a great company, and I still think it is a great company. But the only really question now is how much revenue do they make off that, off their services, off their product. But just on a technical standpoint, it does look like we're back within this channel, and we could expect maybe a bounce off these levels and continue to consolidate on the grand scheme of things. But that's why I like the intraday time frames, just to get a more microscopic point of view of things, to really see what's going on at a more like a broad point of view. So with that being said, we're going to go to the indicators really fast. I'm going to delete all these lines real quick, right? And you do see that these candles definitely aren't too good. They're not screaming bullish whatsoever, according to these last two candles. So the daily doesn't look too great. The indicators, though, we're contesting to maintain that golden cross on the daily. So you see that the candles on the histogram have slowly been getting smaller, so the buying pressure has slowly been decreasing. So now we're going to see if we can maintain this and spread out and have that orange spread out farther away from the blue and continue that buying pressure, or if we go into a death cross, which won't be good. We have been in a death cross for a long time, so it definitely is possible that we try to reconvert and get some bigger candles on the histogram and then continue out this golden cross. But either way is possible. And on the RSI, it is looking like it wants to snap out. It is in an upwards motion right now, so it does look pretty nice, and it is nice and low. So the RSI is not looking too bad. And why I say that, you might say it doesn't look like it can go too much lower whatsoever. So we shouldn't see any significant drops within the price. And on the 4 hourly, the MACD is in a big selling frenzy, and it looks like it wants to convert right now to a golden cross. So if we can get that and the orange gets over the blue just a little bit more, then that would be nice, as we might see another buying frenzy potentially. So with that all being to the side, the moving averages, we are above that 200-day moving average, which we are literally 15 cents away from. So that is very, very nice, as we were extremely overextended from this to this. We're 800% away, but gradually over time we got closer and closer and closer, and right now we are only 16%, 17% away on the daily. So if we do come down there, that definitely will be a key level to watch for a bounce, and we are below the 9-day and the 50-day moving average. So with all that being said, I really don't see too much more I want to go over. If you like these kind of videos, please like and subscribe, as I am making these kind of videos daily. So with all that being to the side, appreciate you guys sticking to this point of the video. I hope you have a good day. I do mean that genuinely. I'm going to take it easy. Hope you are too. I'm out.